Backed by popular demand, today we're going to be using one of our favorite hacks to make keto-friendly ravioli. And this time, we're going to Italy. Actually, we're not going to Italy, we're going down the street. Because today we're going to Olive Garden. We're not actually going to go to Olive Garden. We're just going to recreate one of their discontinued and one of our favorite ravioli dishes. Back in the day, nothing would get me through that door faster than an offer for unlimited soup, salad, pasta, and breadsticks. Forget the salad though. I was there for the pasta and breadsticks, if you know what I mean. Haven't been to Olive Garden in quite some time. Sarah and I have been living a technically keto lifestyle since January of 2019, and we've lost a combined total of 160 pounds. And I know that Olive Garden does have some keto-friendly dishes, but honestly, we just haven't been back. Maybe those breadsticks are just a little bit too tempting for me right now. There's not many in Chicago, actually, Olive Garden. There's only one. So the ravioli that we're going to be trying to recreate today is a discontinued popular menu item called Ravioli di Portobello recipe. My husband's learning Italian, by the way. He would be appalled. Called Ravioli di Portobello. It comes in a delicious sun-dried tomato cream base sauce. And you guys seem to really love this hack when we've made videos like this in the past because the hack involves something where you don't even have to create your own keto-friendly pasta. And the best hack, in our opinion, to make keto-friendly ravioli is to use provolone cheese slices. I know that some of you guys are gonna be like, that doesn't make sense. Just give it a chance. It is really, really good. We did a pumpkin and goat cheese ravioli.
Which was a sensory pleasure.
Yes, as some of you said, it was a sensory pleasure. And we topped that with some sage, walnuts, and butter. And then we did a leek and mushroom ravioli that a lot of you guys said was restaurant quality. Not kidding. I'm gonna look for that comment. I'm gonna put it right here. There's 3 different components to this recipe, right? So you have your pasta, which is not actually pasta, it's provolone. So we got this 24 pack, that's a lot of ravioli. Sargento natural cheese provolone slices. And it says it has natural smoke flavor in it, but honestly, Sarah and I don't find that it does have that naturally smoked flavor. Kind of want to stay away from something that's too smoky. You just want like a provolone. And it helps when this is in a circle. The next component is going to be your filling. We're going to be making a mushroom-based filling that we're going to be pulsing in the food processor. I think they refer to it as mushroom pate, so we can nicely fill our ravioli shells. And then thirdly, we have a sauce, which is going to have sun-dried tomatoes, cream, cheese, and it just sounds really, really good. And easy, honestly. We're gonna get started cooking our filling for our raviolis first. We're gonna be leaving a link in the description to all the measurements for this recipe. But you're gonna be needing mushrooms, shallots, garlic, thyme, ricotta, parmesan, and pepper. So to a pan, I added about a tablespoon of olive oil, got that nice and hot. I added 1 minced shallot, and then I added ½ pound of chopped portobello mushrooms. We are going to be adding this to the food processor, and so the size isn't really gonna matter when you just like blast the whole thing to smithereens. So you don't have to be super precise, but just get it chopped up so everything kind of cooks evenly. We're gonna cook this on like medium heat until everything is nice and soft. And while that's sauteing, we're gonna talk about the sponsor of this video, Element. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Sarah and I drink Element every single day because we absolutely love the way it tastes and it helps us on our ketogenic lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, nauseous, and even having muscle cramps, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Sarah and I love all the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are the citrus salt, orange salt, and raspberry salt. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack. It looks like this so that you can try all the flavors. That's 8 single serving packets free with any order from Element. This way you can try all the flavors or share some with a salty friend. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. Now we're gonna add in some spices. We added in a teaspoon of garlic powder, a pinch of salt and pepper, maybe a teaspoon each, a sprig of thyme, and we've stirred that all together. And now we're gonna let this cool completely down off to the side. Next up, you're gonna wanna set up your food processor because we're gonna be blitzing this in the food processor to create a nice paste that's gonna go inside our raviolis. So our cooked mushrooms have completely cooled. We're adding this to the food processor now with 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan and 2 heaping tablespoons of ricotta. We're gonna blitz this until it's fully combined, and we're gonna scrape down the sides and give it a couple more blitzes. We just want it to be kind of like a paste, And then we're going to put it into a bowl. It's gonna taste better than it looks. It smells really good, so. We're gonna put this off to the side, and Sarah's gonna get started making our sauce. We have a nice sun-dried tomato sauce to go along with our ravioli. We really like making brown butter sauces on our channel. I think we've made it like 3 times before. We're gonna stray from that. We're going to focus on that sun-dried tomato taste as our base flavor. So in a pan, I have melted 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna be adding in our garlic powder and sun-dried tomato paste, which I've never used before. Usually I would just chop up some sun-dried tomatoes and put them in, but I found that this is an ingredient that a lot of sauces use, and so that's what we're gonna be using today. So we're gonna let this cook and get nice and fragrant, and then we're gonna go and add in our heavy whipping cream and water. So I added in my heavy whipping cream and water. We're going to let that come up to temperature, and we're gonna let it simmer, and then we're going to turn it down. We're gonna whisk this continuously. We don't wanna burn the cream. And then we're gonna be adding in our cheese. We're gonna be adding in some Parmesan cheese and some mozzarella cheese. So after this has reduced down, we're going to be adding in some salt and pepper to taste. We're gonna put this off to the side while we work on our raviolis. The sauce has thickened up on its own, which is really nice. We didn't need to use flour or xanthan gum or anything like that. I think the cheese really helped it. So we're gonna get ready to fill our raviolis now. I have taken a couple pieces of parchment paper and put them on a baking tray. I have preheated our oven to 350 degrees. And in the past, we've done it a bunch of different ways. We're still perfecting this recipe, but you kind of have to work fast. And the trick about this is you're gonna wanna melt the provolone to create your shell, and it's gonna be pliable, and you're gonna be able to fill them and close them. In the past, we've done it too fast, we've done it too slow. At the end of the day, this is really forgiving, I think. As long as you don't make the provolone like brown and bubbly, you can stick it back in the oven for 30 seconds, take it out, and keep on filling. This time we're gonna try something a little bit different though. In the past, we put the cheese in the oven and let that melt completely, and then we started filling. This time though, I think that we're going to fill them and then stick them in the oven and then close them, because you don't really have all that much time to do it before it hardens, and you're not gonna be able to get that seal. The other tip I'm gonna tell you guys, and this is really, I'm saying this for myself, don't overstuff them. They're gonna be extremely difficult to close in that case, and then they just might burst open. So we're gonna take a teaspoon and start filling each of the ravioli with the mushroom filling. Our oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to put this in the oven for a minute until we start to see that the cheese is starting to melt. It's glossy, but remember, we do not want it to be bubbly or going crazy or anything like that. We don't want like this filling to overheat as well, so keep an eye on it. Don't go too far away from the oven. You may miss it. It's been about a minute and 30 seconds. We're gonna check on how it's doing. I think you can see that it's starting to bubble a touch. It's nice and glossy. I think it's ready to come out. It's going to taste better than it looks. I keep on saying that, but have faith.
Trust the process.
We're gonna close these babies.
Is it hot?
No, it's not hot. That one didn't turn out that nice, but like that. I think this is easier to do it like this. Yep. Okay, here are our ravioli. These are holding up really well, and I think I'm happy with it. In the past, because I was filling them and then closing them, I felt like I never had enough time, and some of them didn't seem like they actually sealed, and the cheese didn't like combine as one, and so I would put it back in the oven just so everything kind of melded together. But I think that these look really great. I know inevitably we're gonna get questions about reheating these and freezing these. I honestly think that this is one of those recipes that you should make fresh. I think that you could keep all of the individual components of this recipe separate and then put them together. How long would it take to make the filling and put it in the fridge? Take them out and make yourself some. We're gonna plate up our ravioli. Sarah's gonna get one and I'm gonna get the rest. We're gonna do 4 each. Keep it simple. The sauce is kind of warm. It's not like boiling hot. We're gonna top it with some parsley, and we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna see if this ravioli is like the Olive Garden ravioli that we ate so long ago. Whatever, more parsley. So you know what, as I was plating this up, Sarah couldn't help but laugh at the aesthetics of this dish.
I wasn't laughing at you.
It's a brown filling, a light pink sauce. You add some parsley on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a Flavor Town, okay? That's what I'm looking for. And Flavor Town achieved.
I was gonna say arrived.
That's true, arrived, right. Arrival to Flavor Town complete. Sarah is slowly becoming Guy Fieri, one recipe at a time. So we just both descend into madness. For a recipe that we just kind of came up with, it's amazing. It is so good.
I actually think I like this better than the portobello mushroom ravioli that we used to get at Olive Garden. Those breadsticks, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The sauce is really tasty. It's creamy. Sun-dried tomatoes, nice in there.
This is really good, you guys. You need to try it. If you liked our other recipes that we did, I think that you're really going to enjoy this recipe. We used about half a pound of mushrooms for our dish, and if we used a whole pound, we could probably make 30 raviolis. Because you're only using a teaspoon of filling for each one.
These are super filling because the ravioli is made of cheese, which has a lot of protein in it already. I don't think you're going to be able to eat more than 4 of them at a time.
If you guys want to see another example of how versatile this hack actually is, you can click right here where we made pumpkin and goat cheese ravioli. And we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins, signing out. So good.
I want more.